Hey, hey, hey. Welcome back, everybody. How we doing tonight? How are you, Roy?
I'm good. It's a long day, but I'm glad to finish it up with some wrestle talk.
Yeah, and there's a
Got
lot
to
of
see
wrestle
some,
talk.
yeah, I got to see like actual live wrestling yesterday. That's
Oh,
pretty cool.
yeah?
Hmm?
Well, that's awesome,
Well, I
man.
meant like I should
Oh,
have said
yeah,
I
okay.
watched the
Watch
stream.
it. Yeah, all right. It wasn't
Yeah,
like in the middle of the school, like in the lunchroom. Some legit, like,
that would have been awesome.
make a big circle and like do it up. All right. Well, welcome, everyone. Thanks for joining. Appreciate you. Let me go ahead and get this open knocked out, and then we'll go ahead and get to some wrestling talk here. So, welcome back to the QuadR Wrestling Report. We strive to keep our finger on the pulse of you, the wrestling community. I'm your host, Ralph. Alongside my brother, Roy, we are excited to talk all things wrestling, truly all things. Ralph can be found at X at Ralph D. Nyberg. Roy can be found on X at Roy_Nyberg. We stream live on X and YouTube. YouTube channel is QuadR Podcast. Our email is quadrarpodcast at gmail.com. Our podcast can be found on Spotify, Amazon, and Apple at QuadR Podcast. We can also be found on Instagram and TikTok to a lesser extent. Thanks for jumping in. Always appreciate chat. Don't be shy. And welcome back to the QuadR Podcast. Very, very
Nice.
good. All right. I'm getting a little glitchy on I'm not sure on X. How's X looking on your side?
On X, I see the circle of loading,
The logo.
but that might be me. Oh no, I refreshed it and
All right.
looks fine. Looks great.
It does?
Yeah.
All right. I keep getting a
Let me turn up the volume.
reconnecting.
Uh, now it's circle of loaded again.
Yeah, let me stop and start that again. Let's see what happens. Please hold.
Also be my phone.
No. It's showing super solid on YouTube and then showing a little bit of glitchery on X. Let me just go ahead and check the stream here. All right.
Which is the opposite of. Remember when the internet went out
Right.
last week and X was like the only thing that
Yeah,
worked?
right. Please
And
hold.
today the internet goes out and X is the only thing that doesn't work. I think they had to prove their point that the hackers can reach
Yeah.
anybody.
I feel like there we are. We're there. But now it's like trying to stop it.
Well, I see it on my phone.
All
So
right. I'm going to keep an eye on that. I think we are rocking and rolling. I hope we're rocking and rolling. Hope everybody can hear us A-OK. I've got a little spinning wheel here, which is a little scary for me. But let me... Oh, that's the hard thing. Is I can't change our view until I get this little kink worked out here. Let me see. What am I going to
so we're in one camera angle.
do? Yeah.
Weak.
Single angle.
We'll have to describe all the visuals.
Yeah, right? No,
There's
let me...
a microphone with a headgear on.
Please hold. Right here, yes.
That's the
Trying to
quad.
figure out
Oh, you
what
can see that. That's the one thing you can't see.
what I want to do with this. I am gonna. All right, faithful listeners. I'm gonna go ahead and start and stop OBS. I made the mistake of I decided it was gonna be smart to it said, "Hey, you got an update. You want to install that?" Yeah, why not? Right before the show starts. That makes complete sense.
OBS, sometimes you need those updates though.
Yeah, it's true. So you're at that dilemma. Give me 1 second, folks. Force quit. We're about to be back. Except you're going to be a mess until I get this fixed out. Okay, are we back?
Yeah, but so on the live, it's 2 pictures of you and no pictures of me.
Yeah. That's going to all work itself out.
Okay.
Apologies,
Can
folks.
they hear us? Or
Yeah,
we can tell
yeah.
them at least. That's going to work itself out, folks.
All right. We're good. It's all already worked out. Come on, man.
Okay, now we're good.
Yeah, see?
Wait,
Eve, little
no,
fella. Trust
no,
me, man.
we're good.
Technology is live. I'm gonna blame X.
What we need is like a 5-minute long Defense Soap
We need
commercial
yeah, right.
to play whenever this happens.
Right. Protect what you built. Yes. Right. Yeah. All right, folks. Well, anyway, now I'm super excited to talk some wrestling, Roy. Now that we got everything worked out, appreciate everyone like surviving the technical difficulties. That was yeah, could have been worse. I'll say that. All right. Won't be the first or last time that happens. All right, so welcome back. This is episode 0105 of the QuadR Wrestling Report. Definitely appreciate everybody. It just dropped X again. So if you're out there on X, I highly recommend you go to YouTube because for whatever reason, the X feed keeps going in and out. So my recommendation would be to go over there and jump on YouTube. YouTube looks like it's a pretty solid stream. So since YouTube's perfect, I'm blaming X for their problems. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. All right, you can put a message out there, Roy, too.
Yeah, I'm doing that right now.
But let's go ahead and get rolling. All right, so lots and lots going on, lots of fun, exciting stuff in wrestling going on. But we always start things with the quote of the week. So the quote of the week is from Kyle Schneider, Olympic gold medalist from 2016, also our current reigning world champion at 97 kilograms. Okay, and the quote from Kyle is, "The goal isn't to win one match; it is to build a legacy." Okay, and I've added a little definition of legacy. So a person or group's lasting impact on the world, which can include career accomplishments, financial assets, character, or a tradition passed down through generations. So that's what we have. So it is an interesting, a lot of people talk a lot about one position at a time, right? Like, remember back like 10 years ago, whenever like an Iowa wrestler won like the NCAA championship, and they would be like, working my ties, got to get where I'm good, That's all so they're literally focusing on the next half second all the time. Right? As opposed to like, when did he decide that it wasn't about the match, but his legacy? Was this like in 4th grade?
Right.
Where he was like, you know what, man, this isn't about beating Timmy. This is about future generations and what they think of me as a wrestler. So,
well, this is the mentality you need to never quit. He's got Olympic golds, he's got world golds.
Yeah, it's true.
It's almost like, why are you even still doing this?
Yeah, like,
and even like with his like controversy over the summer, he could have just said, you know what, it's been a good career.
Right.
I don't need this heat.
I got to make a run.
Like, he's after something more than just that trophy or that next win.
Yeah. It's legacy.
Yeah.
That's
his lasting impact.
He's chasing something. We know that.
Right. For sure.
He's always chasing. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's just really interesting how different that is from like some competitors. They're not even talking about, they talk about not winning matches because of the journey and the gratitude, but this is pretty grandiose, I must say. Thank you, Kyle Schneider, for everything that you've given us on and off the mat. Provided lots of content to podcasters everywhere, so we do appreciate that. All right, we don't have a guest tonight. I have someone inquiring, so I'll get that set up, Roy. So we definitely have a guest in the wings, so that's cool. It. And so, but yeah, if you want to be a guest, just make sure you're available about 8 p.m. On Wednesdays Eastern time. That's when we do audio and sound checks. Even when we do that, it doesn't always work out perfectly, but
we fix it in under 10 minutes.
Yeah. Right. And then For sure. Just reach out on X or at quadrapodcast@gmail.com or anywhere really. We can be found. So awesome. Always like having guests, and yeah, don't be shy. Maybe you want to try podcasting and say, oh, I'll just go on that show and like figure out if I like that or not. Whatever it might be. Right. We are super tolerant and have a mute button. So, for sure. All right, what's going on this week? I got RAV 2 recap, so a little bit different experience for me since I wasn't there live. So I had the viewing experience, and then we got Claw recap, U23, and then the All-Star Classic. So why don't you give me your RAV 2 recap first, and then did you do a slide or anything, or
No, I didn't do a slide.
Okay.
And I was only able to catch like the beginning live. And I had a prior engagement, which I guess that's why it's nice to like pick a date and stick with it.
Right. Yeah.
Sure. And then so I watched like highlights and recaps afterwards, and the matches I was most interested in. Great event. Great event. They've made freestyle like interesting in a way that I think ranking series and stuff like that just doesn't for me.
Mm-hmm.
That was great. You know, I was a little bummed that Downey didn't look so good.
Yeah, no, that was
kind of hoping he'd make a run for the belt. I don't think Varner looks like he's interested in sticking around and going for that.
Yeah.
He was there to make a point.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, I kind of felt like that was a dead end match, you know.
Right.
And then, yeah.
Well, if Downey won, it would have led to something.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, the way it outcome made it a dead end match. Yeah, if you're out there on X, I am dropping on X back and forth a little bit, so feel free to jump on YouTube. It's going from like 0 to 30 frames per second on X. I have no idea what's going on, but I think that's on their side of things because my YouTube stream is picture perfect. So yeah, you might want to pop over to YouTube if you are on X. So
and my audio is yeah, there.
Yeah, you're good. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
So that I was also happy to see DeSanto.
Yes, that kind of made the show.
He kind of and I hear about him training with Spencer Lee and stuff, but he doesn't like do a lot. So him looking really good was exciting.
Mm-hmm.
That's one storyline that came out of this.
Yeah, so I kind of broke things down. I got a whole.
Okay, you got your slide.
I got a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
So, like you say, it's a fun card. It's a great event. Visuals are good. You know, they're on point. They do a good job with the camera work. You know, I guess the first thing I'd say is I feel like it's a little long. And like maybe an undercard model. Like maybe go with that UFC model. You know, like where, and they could even stream the undercard free on some Fox YouTube channel or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like something that would it's something that you can use, like the UFC uses it to like sell the fights. Right? And it could be more like chop, 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 chop. You know, not by trying to make every fight seem important.
Yeah.
They kind of none of them seem important. You know what I mean? Like they're doing a whole long bio with every match and everything, and so it's like, is this the big match? Or, you know, you're not building. You know, where like when you have title fights and stuff, you know, like we talked about it before, but like there's a differentiator, right? When you got like a 5 minute or 5 minute rounds for title fights in the UFC.
Yeah.
So if you're going like, okay, now we're serious, we're going to 5 2-minute rounds. You know what I mean? Like, and you're building it up like the whole time to like the two big matches. They're trying to make every match seem like the same level. And like, that's really not how fight cards work. That's not how it works in boxing. You know, that's not how it works in UFC.
Yeah.
So there's that. So that's where I said like separate broadcasts, like they could do free channel and just try to like, all right, we're kicking over the good stuff now, you know?
Yeah.
And,
or even, you know, in wrestling tournaments with wrestlebacks, they don't change the number of periods, but they kind of make the periods a little shorter. You
Yeah.
know, like the second or third period, like 30 seconds less. So if this is like not a championship match, just make the matches happen like kind of
Yeah.
like that. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So there's that. You might can you if you can drop another message in like the chat
Oh, okay.
for X because
For
it
X,
just keeps like spinning the same one, and I'll keep going here. So as you said, DeSanto wrestled well, fun guy to watch. Uh, I I don't know if I like the fact that he like basically shaved himself, or if he would have come out with like a Dave Schultz like Harry Beast look, it might have been like kind of fun too. I don't know, probably
yeah.
probably the right call, but he's like, I'm terrible on the microphone, which I thought was kind of funny because like he kind of did better than everybody else.
Yeah, it was fun.
He was like, I love wrestling. I just love wrestling. I'm not so good on the mic, but but like it was like pretty fun, right? And then like you get Varner on there. Yeah, good scrap. Like, what? Anyway, I'd say like fitness was lacking. Like I mean, they're rolling out a bunch of coaches and late notice.
Yeah.
I mean, if you got a full-time job as a financial planner, like Mega Ludus or something, you're not going to be in like fitness. And I mean, kind of the hard thing is the comparison, right? So you have, you basically are watching like U23. So you're watching like some elite fitness and some elite athletes, really going at it. And then you go and watch some of these guys that are, probably just not in shape. I think that they need to. There's plenty of people. We can talk about the U.S. Open and the Farrell or whatever. There's plenty of people that are like currently training and are pretty elite.
Are there though? Are there? Because like freestyle, I would say that they're active, but freestyle only has like a few events a year, so they might be cycling just like everyone else, like just not in shape for RAF events.
You think?
I think. I mean, there's what 4 ranking series events a year, and like the top guys,
Yeah.
and guys go to maybe 2 of them. So I'm not sure they're ready to go all the time. I think that they cycle.
Well, yeah, for sure they won't be like.
Hey, I'm gonna put Zach G.
Okay, do it.
Right.
We're back live.
We're live.
Yeah. I'm 100% not blaming Twitter for that one. Turns out when you click,
I can see the mouse like going towards the X. I was like, "What do you?" No!
Turns out when you click on red dots, should have clicked OK. But whoa, what do I do now? All right, this is a rough one tonight.
Yeah,
that's funny. All right, apologies for that. Whoa. All right. So announcers should know the rules.
Yeah.
So I felt that like there was a little bit of an issue. So what was how many challenges do you get? I think it's one around, and then what?
Or at least have one person be the like, I definitely know the rules person.
One person know the rules. So like they had.
It's not terrible to have one person who's like, what's going on here, just to like start that conversation, and then the person's like, well, actually, you get one challenge.
Yeah, actually, yeah, right, one challenge, and then like, why'd they give him a point? Yeah, if you lose a challenge, you lose a point. That's a crazy rule. like so disjointed from the wrestling world. So I would make them I would buy them all Flow subscriptions and make them watch like the replays of the mats for like U23. We will, or something. It was just So that was a little frustrating. I mean, that was just a little.
Maybe
bit
one of these days we should like stream it and mute it, and we'll do the call.
Yeah, right. Live. So So I thought Carr and Nate both were great showmen. They were great
Yeah, yeah.
entertainers. Like that was a lot of fun. So it was that was super cool. I thought that like that. I mean, you got good athletes out of that, right? I mean, you got.
Nate's like he is always ready to go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he looked.
Not Car is too, but for
good.
being a senior level wrestler for a long time, Nate is like always ready to go.
Yeah, he looked great. I thought Carter looked like dog crap.
Yeah.
that was like not expected at all. Like I have no explanation for that except that he's. I mean, some are saying he's like going MMA, or some are saying he's just.
Well, if you train jujitsu, it just messes up your takedowns.
Yeah.
Like 100%, it'll mess you up. It's what happened in Nof versus Nick versus Wick.
Yeah.
So if he trained jujitsu even twice, that's what I blame it on.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That's fair. So I don't need to see NATO Ramos 3. I think we pretty well established what that's gonna go like. And I want more like customization, right? I like custom walkout music, and like I mean, it's kind of hard to like put someone on a mic and just have them be good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, like that's a lot of training and everything. Like WWE or something, they do like they do a lot of work with that. You know what I mean? And like so, but having somebody pick cool walkout music that they can like show their personality and jam to, that's kind of easy. So, I mean, I feel like
easy meaning you got to hire a professional songwriter.
No, I mean, like you could pick like the Jason music for Carter was like perfect, and like or like
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can go with like the country guy, or like you could do like I mean, the foreign athletes could go with something like there's.
I wonder if the NCAA gets a favorable deal though with that copyrighted music because they're collegiate.
Well, I don't think you can sue like the NCAA. You're like,
yeah, they're like
right.
above the union.
Mm-hmm, right. Well, universities can pretty much use anything they want. I know that. So I'm gonna send out a message on my feed. YouTube is solid. All right. So let's talk RAF 3. Oh, wait. You didn't update. You said you were going to update it. Our Pick'em winner. Did you update it?
Yeah, Zach G.
All right. That's better. Yeah. Mine was cached, so we accidentally saw Zach's name for a minute. So we had a Pick'em contest. It was pretty interesting. Like, so the winner got 8 out of 20. So apparently Gemini's pretty decent at setting odds, or we are just terrible at picking wrestling results. So I thought that was pretty wild. Like that 8 out of 21, and it was just, I mean, I think the hard thing is like there were a lot of like the total points that were like 1 or 2 off. And then like when you get tech falls, and that messes up like the total points, like, so that's a little problematic. But anyway, that was that. Any other comments on any of the matches? Sakazanov looked good. But Green looked good too. I mean, it's 4-4 criteria, right? So, Carr. So what do you think about like Carr shooting through people's faces?
Yeah, I can feel it when I see it. So.
Right.
It's tough. It's actually like kind of a. Like I remember Burroughs like knocking somebody out. I think.
Right.
It's a brutal thing, but you gotta be ready.
Yeah. You gotta be ready. I think he got penalized for it at Worlds. Like just shooting through somebody. Like, it's a fine line.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think they're likely going to call it on you when you're wrestling a foreigner at Real American Freestyle. It does feel very Real American, but yeah. All right, cool. Helen smashed. Yep. Bull Junk lost, but
yeah,
kind of thought that might happen. And yeah, he's not a.
it was a decently fun match to watch, though.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. I mean, he was a lot
It wasn't
bigger.
like a joke, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. All right, RAF 3 in Chicago. Roy and I will be at RAF 3. So
Right.
that's exciting. Dad was thinking about going, but then he's like, "Man, I couldn't make it through the whole thing watching. I probably shouldn't go." Okay. So what's got you most excited here? I guess we'll go around the horn. What do we think about probably the one that's the most controversial with is Mendez Chandler.
Mm-hmm. I don't mind.
No, I don't mind it either. I think that they're experienced professional athletes, so they're gonna bring a level of professionalism and they're gonna like be good on the mic, you know, and so I think that's, I mean, it's intriguing enough, right? I mean, and most of us, if you're a wrestling fan, or there's a lot of wrestling fans are UFC, MMA fans, so we're familiar. You know, Chandler's got his Askren ties, and like everybody thinks he's really good at MMA.
Right.
I feel like his record's like 6-10 or something. Like, every time I watch him, he gets smashed. But like, okay,
But he definitely got the hype.
Yeah.
He got the hype. That's for sure.
And
you know, every other, like in boxing, they have celebrity boxing, and sometimes they'll have UFC boxers come over, and I think it's overall good. It's not the focus of the event to be like gimmicky, like celebrity wrestling, but I think it does create some interest to just see other people do it. Maybe they're professional athletes, but not wrestlers, and you get to see the contrast too of like the really good guys and the kind of like medium.
Right. Yeah. If we're going around the horn, the one that just got announced, so Real Woods and Jordan Oliver.
That's interesting. That's interesting, and that's not a catch weight or anything. That's a real match.
Like he's holding the belt, right? So I mean, I think if you're the champ, you gotta be a title fight, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, in the WWF, they would always do like, if you get counted out, then the belt doesn't change hands.
Right. Yeah. Right.
But that should be exciting. I don't think. Yeah, Oliver. He's like one of those almost there always guys, right? I mean, he won some NCAA titles, but he was also like a finalist at the Last Chance.
Yeah, right.
This, and he was a finalist at that. And,
So yeah, he like when he made the team, he had to go qualify the weight. He had to go to Last Chance, and then he lost to some guy from Poland. Which, like, I mean, dude, win the match, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but then he's been fighting, right? And he's been working out. I think he's down North Carolina or somewhere down there. So Austin O'Connor Gomez for a shot at Yanni.
That's right. The Illinois grudge match. Mm-hmm. I love it. And it's in Illinois. You know, they leaned heavily into the Penn State for the State College one, so I expect some more Illinois connected people to get on this card.
Right.
So that one's exciting. Apparently they wrestled in the finals in IHSA.
Yeah, I know that they have a history.
Yeah, they have a history. So
and
I'm sure Raph will inform us.
You know, O'Connor's still coaching at Illinois? Is he?
I'm not sure where he is right
He was the last I knew, Illinois assistant coach. And I'd say go to their website, but like sometimes those assistant coaches are on the websites for like 5 years.
Yeah.
After they've left, you know. Apparently Andrew Howe is still like coaching Northwestern, whatever. I mean, I think actually he might be, but whatever. But that's cool. That should be good. I mean, hopefully, O'Connor's a good wrestler, right? I mean,
yeah.
Austin's pretty much at the height of his powers, so it should be a fun match. Um, Blaze Rivera. I mean, so another Illinois
Yep.
connection. I don't know. Like I'm leery of them leaning into these college people too much. College kids. The
Like it feels weird that was their rationale for like not necessarily having her in RAF 1 and now for RAF 3. Although it could be like the local angle, could be what they're thinking right now rather than making her a champ and having her.
Yeah, I just feel like we need to be progressing.
Isn't Rivera the champ? She doesn't have the belt in her photo. So maybe this one's not for the belt.
Oh, they didn't. Did they crown a champ? Was that a title fight? Title match?
Yeah, it has to be.
I'm not sure. All right, I don't know. And then Bassett Caldwell. So Caldwell did get a takedown on Woods right before it kind of went south. So I think that like that's fun. I mean, that's intriguing to me. You know, I'd much rather see Bassett Caldwell than a lot of other Bassett. And I'm glad that I feel like Darren Caldwell could be like a good gatekeeper.
Yeah.
I mean, still got great athleticism. He's going to bring a lot of energy. He could sell those Wolf tickets. Like it's a good guy to have in the organization, and just a good guy for wrestling. And like, right, I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, that's what you want
fun.
in a match, right? I mean, you want like a match where you don't know what's going to happen. So, yeah. So yeah, it'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it. And I haven't been to Wintrust, so there's going to be a lot. I mean, I think they'll get a good crowd too.
Yeah.
You know, so. But yeah, generally speaking, before we leave RAF, like I would like to see them sort of like providing like a pathway, you know, like kind of identifying like 4 contenders.
Yeah.
And sort of having like contender matches, like the Gomez O'Connor matches, like that's a number 1 contender match. Winner gets the champ, you know.
Right.
Where you could have like, all right, these 4 guys are wrestling, the 2 winners are going to face each other, and then that's your contender match, and just kind of like just a little bit more. I mean, they're still kind of like figuring things out, you know, and they're grasping a little bit at like, you know, and you can tell there's obviously a huge influence with Izzy, you know, and so many of these are like his wrestlers and that type of thing. So
one of the genius things the UFC did was create that show where basically a bracket.
Yeah.
Like get into the UFC, and then you have like a reason to root for this person. So they could do something like that with some lower name recognition people.
Yeah, that's the model I think they're going for, like a Contender Series or Ultimate Fighter type of thing. That's what the weekly show is going to be. And I know they're working on that behind the scenes. So, I mean, I'm hopeful that like, yeah, but I would like to see it evolving a little bit, you know, that kind of thing. All right, cool. We'll leave that alone. Let's talk Claw. So Claw was super fun, super exciting. I mean, I don't know. I loved it. Like all those things. I mean, it is kind of the opposite of RAF, you know, in the sense that like Claw's got like multiple years developing their product. And RAF, they just kind of spun up pretty quick, you know, and you can tell, like, you know, that a lot of bad ideas have been like gotten rid of already, like with Claw. Well, you know, that's what I felt like. I mean, so I'll just go through, you know, my notes here, and you can kind of pitch into, but so I thought great pace. I mean, both the match and the event just flowed really well. Wasn't bored, wasn't like what's going on, you know, just generally speaking. I don't know if you guys caught it last night. They're doing free events on Tuesdays. They got an event going on right now on Total Access, but I felt like the overall length was good. So kind of equivalent to a dual meet, you know, just kind of entertaining.
A little shorter.
Yeah, a little shorter than a dual, which works. I'm a singlet proponent, but like I thought the 2-piece uniforms looked great. Didn't affect the wrestling at all. In fact, I think that like
Well, there was one time the guy got
Yeah.
his arm caught in the
He
shirt.
got caught in his own shirt. Yeah, like there were a
They
couple.
looked great, but they did get in the way.
Yeah, there was maybe they should have sized down, or a couple of the guys were a little
Yeah.
bit baggy in their gear, going with like the gi, like choke them out with their shirt. Um, I'm excited to see, what we learn about like having a push out rule. So proving ground for the edge rules. Like, so this is basically folk style on the feet, but we have a push out, and like so. I mean, the mats are square, but same difference. But
Right.
I mean, I'm still excited to see how that affects wrestling. I thought it was a lot better. I mean, guys
Yeah.
weren't bailing for the edge. They weren't trying to stick their leg 10 feet behind them to touch the ground so that they got to, stop in action and stuff like that. So, but I mean, more to see how that comes out. There were some audio issues, not too bad, but as somebody who has technology fail him from time to time, we had that tonight. So it happens. That's probably an easy thing. Props are cool. I like the crowns. I mean, that was fun. It was like it felt like genuine. Like like the Mariners in the playoffs this year. The baseball team had like a trident that they carried around when they hit a home run, and the Blue Jays got this stupid jacket they put on when they hit a home run, and like, but it feels really genuine, right? I mean, it really adds to sort of the entertainment value to have that. Fun. So that was very very cool. I love the team feel, having the whole team all in the uniforms in the corner, like coaching the guy up and stuff like that. I mean,
it definitely made the whole thing feel like it was building up to something.
Yeah, right.
In a way that Raph doesn't necessarily have yet. I mean, when Raph has like bigger like main events, then you are like kind of like the UFC, but right now they're all just kind of like
the same.
Yeah.
And
then this, even though the matches are the same, but the team score is constantly updating. I grew up wrestling, so I get into.
Right.
I thought they could have like the announcers could have maybe done some of the scenario like forecasting, because it wasn't sure to me if the meet was out of reach yet. Like they could just say, if this happens and that happens, they could still win, and like, okay.
Yeah. Well, I said I want like a dynamic scoreboard.
Yeah.
It's like changing in real time as the match is going on. Like if this stays like this is going to be the score. Something like that would be kind of cool. But yeah, it's like when you watch like U23s or something, it doesn't feel like a team event.
Yeah, it's not.
Right. It's not. We all talk about, Team USA won or whatever, but it's really not, right? It's an individual event where they also like, but this is very much like a team event, right? And like, there's like, even when you're losing, there's implications to the team. If you can hold the score down, or you can score and like lower the amount of points your opponent's going to get. Yeah, I didn't know the lighting was definitely different than like a UFC or a RAF with like really, like tens of $1,000s in spotlights and all this. Like, it was more of a.
I don't know if it's intentional or not, but it looked a little bit, like a high school duel.
Yeah.
Like, I remember like OPRF versus Marist or something.
Yeah, right. So I don't know. It didn't detract. It was just different. It's just that all the branding looked great, I thought. I mean, the refs in there had their claws, and like I said, the uniforms, the two-piece was a lot more. I mean, you could tell that they'd been through a lot of like versions, and like kind of landed on a pretty decent, solid product there, where, the RAF singlets look like they got made pretty quick. And I mean, they kind of have to when sometimes the guy who's wrestling just found out 2 days ago, right? That kind of thing. But I don't remember seeing the mascots a lot. Do you remember the mascots? So they do have mascots, and I kind of feel like it would be kind of fun if they came out and talked a little smack before and after the matches or something, like get more like a San Diego Chicken, like edgy vibe to the mascots. But so they didn't really bring out the mascots like they thought they could have. But I thought scoring is pretty easy to follow. People were ragging on a little bit on X today, but like, I mean, I don't know. It's not really hard math. It's no more confusing than a tennis match or something. We're at deuce, or we're at 40 love, or we're at advantage, or you know what I mean? Game, set, match. I mean, like,
Yeah.
it's not that tricky. And I thought that, and the round by round kept it like relevant. Like, well, in the round by round, and the way the team scoring works, right? Where you have like 5 points plus or minus differential for a victory. Where like, so there's always something to wrestle for. The short periods were kind of forced a lot of action, which I thought was really good.
Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah, so that was and I think they're pretty good with the stalemates. It's like it's an insta stall rule. Didn't come into play that much, but
Yeah.
I'd be interested to like. I think if you're gonna do insta stall, it's almost got to be, hey, these are positions we call.
Yeah, I think the first season they're gonna like look at the film and then talk to the refs.
Mm-hmm.
I was actually wondering like what it would be like to be a ref in that league.
Yeah,
Just like a lot of new stuff, and you're supposed to like be on it, for
right.
the very first one.
Got the pylons going. I mean, the quick score was nice. I was surprised that like,
Yeah, I like the quick score rule.
I didn't think like anybody was going to get a takedown in 15 seconds, but they did.
Yep.
Bailing in and doing stuff. I think the like choice, like that for that last period where it's like everybody deferred.
Right.
Nobody felt giving up a, choice was worth a point. So like that, I mean, that may be something that goes away. I don't know how you do it. Maybe you just flip or you come up with some other criteria, but it apparently wasn't worth a point. 2-point ride outs, So. All right, cool. Yep. So total access, that's where the stream was, and then that's also where you can sign up. First year is only $24. So that's going to get you every duel. Half the duels are free right now, half are not, and then some additional content. So if you didn't check
Tuesday's the free day?
Yeah, Tuesday's a free day. So if you didn't check it out, I definitely recommend it. Good product. And there's also like Wrestle Madness. My fantasy season's already over, but but anyway, it's out there. So lining up for the duel. I don't know if I got mine in for tonight's duel. Oh well. All right. U23. Moving on. So for me, these events, especially the age level events, are all about the Olympics and like what sort of impact they might have on the Olympics. So that's always like, I feel like, I mean, we got to do well. We're in LA. We got to make this happen. Yeah. So let's say, so my observations with inside the context of 2028, Lilladal looked huge. I mean, everybody he wrestled, he was like a foot taller then.
Yeah.
And like, so, can he keep the weight all the way to 28? Like, that's a concern. I mean, but, we've had huge 57 kilogram guys. Gilman was a,
yeah.
Stefan Micic is a pretty big guy, I mean, so, if he can manage the cut, but I think there's some risk that he could grow out of the weight in 3 years. And then Jax, is he, well, you saw what Marcus didn't, he was undersized, right?
Yeah.
And he was one and done. And like, so will Jax and Marcus grow into like legit 65 pounders? It's like just a question. I don't expect you to know the answer. Right. These are just things that I'm thinking about.
Yeah, I will say that Jax looks like he's going to fill out for sure.
He's got the frame for it.
Yeah, he's got the frame.
Mm-hmm. Marcus too. They're both pretty long guys. So, yeah, that'll make 65 a lot more interesting, for sure. If we have those guys in the mix and legitimately in the mix. 74. So Duke, Mitchell, Levi, are they on a Penn State collision course? Like you got like Nolf and Dake in the room, but even like crazier, Yeah. Now, Nomad pointed out that nobody who wrestled at 174 in college ever cut down to 74. So I don't know that.
162.
Yeah, I don't know that he's right.
Right. that should be pointed out. No mad.
It wasn't like completely worth looking up or something. But he did wrestle 57 in college also.
Right.
Right. So we have that as well. Bar getting hurt.
Yeah.
So it looked like a rib. Ribs aren't fun. So I think he'll probably be on the shelf for a while, which, I mean, they have Mirasola as a backup, right?
Yeah.
So what happens if, like, Mirasola wrestles through, December, and then Bar takes a spot?
And Mirasola's undefeated in
Yeah, right.
2.
Mm-hmm. And, like, will he have after tasting the fruit of starting, will he, I mean, with Penn State's schedule, though, he'll probably only have, 3 matches by January 1st.
Yeah.
So there's that. And speaking of Bar, does Bar go up or down? So
Talking about the Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Go down to Zahid or up to Schneiderman?
Well, he's got Snyder in his own room, so
right. Probably knows
that question will be answered.
Yeah, he'll know where he's at,
Yeah.
and I mean, right, and then it's all about the cows. How many cows? You want to eat more or less cows? Figure out where he lands from a weight standpoint. So I guess we should note that the team did really well. They didn't win 6 gold medals like you predicted.
Yeah.
But they won 4. No huge surprises. Jax is a really fun person to watch wrestle.
Yeah.
I think not that I just learned that, but it was pretty wild. I mean, that's a wild ride. Which is a blast. That's a lot of fun. And then yeah, I guess that was probably the big takeaway. The unknowns up at the top, the 97 and the 125, or did I don't know you didn't know how they were going to do because they were unknown.
Yeah. And we'll see if it matters, because that we won U17, U20, and U23 as United States, right?
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I wonder if that's just being a try hard, or if that actually is representing something real. Because I'm not sure every country sends their top people.
I feel
we'll find out.
I think Iran and the U.S. are pretty consistent with sending their top.
Well, we just started doing that recently.
Right. Yeah. But Japan, definitely. I mean, they set Ono out of U23 and Worlds. They,
Yeah.
Higuchi, Ray's turning into the Cuban, only wrestles the Olympics.
Yeah.
Rolls out of bed. So yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting, right? But yeah, we got a couple more years for the Olympics. So, all right, All-Star Classic. What do you got?
We'll see. This. I think the original idea of this was they try as hard as they can to get 1 versus 2, or at least 2 versus 3, or 1 versus 3, and it's just a lot of pretty good matches.
Yeah, I think right. I mean, the whole Penn State team being over in Serbia,
yeah,
affected who they could get significantly.
We got two Stanford guys.
Yeah, we got 2 Michigan and 2 Grand Valley. Two of the women are from Grand Valley, so they're local here in town. And then a couple Michigan transfers, Tay and Lackland McNeil. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's they pretty much in that who's number 1 in the high school event, they had 1 versus 2. for everything except like one of them that was like 1 versus 3. And like, I don't know, it's often not super competitive.
Yeah.
Like, so not having a bunch of ones might be like, I mean, when I thought about it, I mean, if you really think about it, if they really truly got 1 versus 2, they would basically just have the NCAA finals from last year. I mean, who graduated? Stevenson
Hendrickson
and Hendrickson, and
Hamidi.
your boy Hamity, right? And then Buchanan. But there's not that many. There weren't that many seniors, were there, that were in the finals? So Spratley and Robinson are still around. Bird and Ayala. I mean, would you really want to watch like Spratley Robinson, Bird Ayala? Like, I mean, yes and no, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like, do you really want to rewatch the NCAA finals? And when they really want to re-wrestle it right away, you know? I mean, so.
Well, this is also the event it doesn't count, right?
Right. This is an exhibition.
We have to spend the rest of the year being like, do I believe that result? Or was he just not ready, not in season shape? And
right.
It generates some like conversation. So that's
right. So Metcalf teched Darian Caldwell at the All-Star Classic. And we know what happened there. So, gave him false confidence.
Right. Part of his long play.
Right. Well, there is. I mean, like, I mean, you know, like on the rankers, like Flo's always like, well, we count this in our rankings. And I'm like, you really shouldn't. If you invite someone to an exhibition, then they're wrestling it as an exhibition.
Yeah, and don't the Flow rankings count for NCAA seeds?
Yeah, I think so. So I don't think they can't actually count it. Like,
but anyway, whatever.
Yeah, I mean,
Flow.
Right. So Swiderski, McNeil's. I mean, they're fun matches. I feel like.
Yeah, they're all cool.
Like I said, I mean, like I don't know that this early in the year, I don't know if I want to just rewatch the NCAA finals from last year. You know, this is in some ways kind of more interesting. But it would be cool if they got a few more ones. But Bird and Shawver actually wrestled in high school at the state finals in Ohio. I thought that was funny.
Like, oh yeah.
Yeah. Lucas like, yeah, I've been wrestling that guy forever, man. I beat him in the state finals. So that is funny. And then yeah, Ventresca Seymour, like every time I see Matt Ramos, like he's like never quite as good as that guy who beat Spencer Lee.
Yeah.
Like, and did Sheldon Seymour peak at Luke Lillidahl in the national tournament, or I don't know. Maybe we'll see. But yeah, I mean, I think it's fun. It'll be a good event. Oh, and I did make a pick'em.
Oh, okay. You gonna post that?
Yeah. Let me do that. So let me show you what you got here. It's going to be winner, spread, against the spread, and total points. All right.
Got it.
Copy that link. I'm going to drop it in our chats here. And then I'll get that posted out to the... I'm not in the Twitter chat. Are you in the Twitter chat?
I'm on X right now.
Hold on, I'm going to have to move you a little bit here. Oh, check it out. Test it. Did it work? Click on that bad boy. It looks like X is working now, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what happened there. Kind of annoying.
Okay, I see it.
All right. So again, I'm interested. So Willie was talking about like he's meeting with like the clearinghouse for odds. Like, so I guess there's like a clearinghouse that like creates lines, and then, you know, like DraftKings and those services like respond to them, right?
Okay.
And like, so Willie's like working with them to try and get like, you know, RAF betting. And he said that like But they might also start doing NCAAs, right? So like, which I thought, and then it was funny. And then Willie posted a poll today, and they said Iowa All Americans 6, more than 6 or less than 6, and everybody's replying like, well, we want to pick 6. Like he didn't do like a 0.5, right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So is that our guy? Is that who we really want? Like, trying to figure out wrestling gambling. Like, didn't even add the half. So, but anyway, I thought that was funny. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see if we can do better than 50%, because we couldn't in RAF. And then Madness, obviously, he's got the All-Star Classic going as well.
Yeah.
So, all right, Michigan beat. What do we got coming up here? So this is, I just did the D1 this time. Obviously, we have a couple women from Grand Valley wrestling out the All-Star Classic as well. So I just ran out of room for icons, but not sure what's going on at Cornerstone or some of the other schools. But so Central Michigan will be in action November 8th at the MSU Open. That is going to be live on Flow if you want to check that out. Obviously, Sparty MSU will also be at the MSU Open, as you would expect. And then Michigan's big thing on the calendar right now is this weekend. So they've got 2 people participating in the All-Star Classic. So I may try to get over the Open if I can get a press credential and bring in some cameras and stuff. Maybe try to get some interviews. Well, I'm not going to go without that though, because that's just looking at it on TV. It's not the most.
I was gonna say I don't know if you could probably just print your own press credential.
Yeah, right. But I got to be able to bring in my camera. Yeah, I mean it's not about like paying, that's whatever. But it's
But like even if you were interviewing somebody, if you just had your own printed press.
Oh yeah. If I can get in there with a laptop and my microphone and a camera, then yeah, we're good. We're solid. All right, we do got one bingo participant so far.
Nice.
And so I'm going to go ahead and I sent some messages out to people online, trying to goat some other podcasters and things into playing along. But we've got so far one additional person, but dual meet bingo. This is well, let me jump forward here. This is our card, Roy.
Oops. Yeah.
And we've
got 3 in a row bingo on this.
Right. Any direction. So you can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, even diagonal. 8. You can do 8 bingos per card if you fill out the whole card. So, but Roy got Stanford covered. But the idea here is that, you get a bingo card, 2-man teams, message me, message Roy, say you want a card, limited availability. And then, hit the wrong button here. You can double dip. So if I go to the MSU Open, I can pick any 2 teams that are there. Well, I don't know if we should allow conferences at tournaments. I don't think we should. Like, I don't think I should be able to pick like Big Ten.
Wait, if you go to the tourney, I thought this was dual meet bingo. So there is a tourney square.
Oh, yeah, I guess we have to.
I don't know.
We have to have a rules committee meeting. Okay. Yeah.
Because then you could just fill out whatever 2 you need, but tourney is tourney.
Okay, fair. At least we got 2 of them. All right. Yeah, that makes sense. I was really hoping to get like Clarion off my card. Or something. All right. So
at Michigan State Open, they'll have NAIA and D2 and D3 and all that stuff, right?
Yeah, right. All right. So just tourney for tournaments. That's fair. But if you're at a duel, you can do Michigan and Big Ten, or Michigan and CMU, or Michigan and MAC, or whatever 2 you need on your particular card. And then, total bingos before conference weekend. Everybody who plays is going to throw in a little bit. We'll throw in some QuadR gear. We'll throw in some stuff, but everybody's going to pitch in to make the prize pool. And the idea here is, I mean, if you sort of a nudge to get out there and enjoy some dual meets. To me, it's the best value in sports. And a whole lot of fun, and like athletic directors and things, they like to see people in the audience. So it's a big push with the coaches and things to get more people out there. So that's the big push. We get to talk about it and talk about where we're going, where we've been, that kind of thing. So reach out if you want a bingo card, for sure. All right, our last high low. You ready for this? You getting your paper
Yep.
out? 285 heavyweights. So how does high low work? We flip for choice, and then we pick the highest seed to not AA, the lowest seed to AA. We pick our winner, and we pick our favorite to watch. Car emoji, smoke emoji. Here we are. We use the flow rankings because Roy's too cheap to have Rockfin. All right. What do you want to be?
I'll be red.
Ah, that is green. It just looks blue because of the green screen. All right. So I pick. What am I going to go with here? Ooh, man. I think you should pick Braxton Amos as the lowest seed to AA.
You think I should?
Yeah.
Why do you say that?
I don't know. Man, this is hard. Give me. It pains me, but give me. I'm gonna go with the highest seed to not AA, and I'm gonna go out on a limb here and go with Luke Luffman at number 7. Not a big score if it happens. So now you got to pick.
Highest to not AA. I'll go with Ben Keeter.
Not believing that recovery from surgery is all there. Okay. Who's your lowest to AA?
You know, every bone in my body says don't pick Braxton Amos. He's like a billion-time under 16 world champion or whatever.
Right. Greco.
And freestyle and just everything. And,
freestyle, Greco, like, yeah.
Just for my friend, I'm gonna pick Luke Rasmussen.
Whoa.
South Dakota State.
There you go. Okay.
They usually got a couple All-Americans. People that surprise you.
Yeah. Yeah. This is a tough field to break into. I'm gonna go with I feel like the safe play would be like Connor Doucette, but that's literally just earns you 1 point, and I already picked like 1 point on the other side. So I'm going to go with Jimmy Mullen, making it happen. He's retired from football, straight wrestling now. He's going to be ripping arms off. That big old caveman, he's going to be getting her done. Jimmy Mullen. AA all the way. And to win?
Oh, this is actually fun.
Yeah.
Who's gonna win?
Give me. I'll take AJ to win, and I'm gonna take Younger as my favorite to watch.
Okay. I'm gonna take Younger to win.
Okay.
And as my favorite to watch.
Okay. He's definitely the most explosive. And
that's gonna be a fun match. It's gotta happen at some point this year.
Yeah, I hope so.
They're both like former 97 pounders.
Mm-hmm.
So it should be nice.
Yeah. I'm interested to see what Tay does working with Paris. And so you got Tay working with Paris. You got Connor Doucette working with Wyatt. Right?
Talking training partners?
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, interesting. I mean, like, Heinzelman AA'd for the first time after he went to Michigan. Davidson. It's Davidson, not Davison, right? or I don't know. It's one or the other. But he took
Yeah.
second. He took second when he transferred from Northwestern to Michigan.
Right.
So they have a pretty good track record of you know, doing well at heavyweight. Obviously with Paris. So
They the new heavyweight you.
and
Where's Minnesota on this list? They got nobody. Oh no, number 27, Bennett Tabor. Tabor.
man, if you're heavyweight you can't have number 27.
Yeah.
You at least have to like suspend the title for some period of time. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna leave that with Minnesota for now, but it's definitely debatable at this point.
Yeah.
All right, so we got claw opening week yesterday and today. I see some results coming in on X over here. We have claw again next week. I didn't put that on there, but Tuesday and Wednesday of next week we've got duels. All-Star Classic Saturday. Journeyman is a week from Sunday. National duels are 15th and 16th. And then I linked the Flow tournament tracker. So Flow's got this nice tournament tracker. Obviously, the streaming guide from Intermat's really valuable for like where to watch things. But so we've got this weekend the Southeast Open Clarion featuring Bo Bassett and Navy Classic in Annapolis is also this weekend. Nebraska's sending a pretty big team there, so that might be fun to check some of that out. Princeton Open, Lehigh, Navy, Army. Navy's going to the Navy Open and the Princeton Open. And then next week we got Michigan State, Tiger Style Invite. Illinois is not going to the Tiger Style Invite. I think they usually do, don't they? For the Missouri. I'm not sure, but
Not sure.
that'll be interesting. All right. Those are the dates. All-Star Pick'em is going to be our weekly wager. So make sure you fill that out because I'm not going to get a negative score. I'll get at least one thing right. I actually took like 4th out of 67 in RAF. I was like, for madness.
Nice.
Things are pretty close. A lot of stuff still out there. Best of social. All right, so where do we want to start? Well, let's go. I'm gonna go with the Blaze picture first. So this is the Blaze's expression for the team photo when they when they were winning, right? And it's rapidly becoming the meme for wrestling is not a team sport.
Right.
You know, and like what's kind of unfair about that is like you can just get caught mid things in pictures. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, there is a pretty good chance that he wasn't super happy. Like he didn't get to take out a lot of aggression, you know, like he only got to wrestle one match, right? And then he had to sit around and wait for this other guy to like win or lose, and he lost at the very, very end in a very, very slow and boring match. So, but yeah, there is some risk there of that becoming like the meme.
Yeah, for sure.
So Bo Nickel is insisting that Donald Trump isn't insisting that he be on the White House card.
I think he's like trying to will this into.
I know. I kind of hope that like Dana's like, yeah, and he gives him like Tom's out or something, you know. Just all right, you want to be on that card? Oh, we're gonna put you on the main card, and we're gonna like, you know, what's really weird about that whole White House card and everything, you know, like Liam and I, my son, we were going through and like looking at like the pound for pound rankings, and like there's like one American in the top 20. You know, it's like usually when you like have like a London card or like you're gonna like stack it a little bit with of Englishmen and Irishmen and like, you know, but I mean, it's going to be a little tricky to like figure out how to get a lot of Americans winning on that card, you know? So,
Yeah. Maybe we can finally get that Musk versus Zuckerberg.
yeah, right. That'd be good. But yeah, he's talked to the president. President says, "Yep, you're on the card." And gratitude. So, you know, we've been following our Japanese counterpart as he's starting his own gym and building it out and everything. And like, I just thought this was like funny. He's just like super excited and thankful that like somebody let him hang some posters about his gym.
Yeah.
It's just like the trademark of Osaka City's Tusami Ward has kindly allowed us to put up gym posters. Thank you very much. You know, like with all like the marketing streams that you have now with like the internet or whatever, buy these ads, promote this, yada, yada, yada. And he's like, yeah, we're going with posters. They still work. And just so grateful for it. Penn, did you get the Penn big news too? Are we talking the same thing?
No, we're not. They had two big news.
Okay. So my Penn big news, I thought like, so we talked about how like they started like a women's wrestling club, right?
Right.
And so this was it's a good day to be a good person looking for lightly used lightweight wrestling mats for a new collegiate women's wrestling club. Donation or low cost preferred. DM me if you have a connection. Nice. And I was gonna like DM him. I know this guy who gave Penn 20 million. Maybe you should reach out to him.
What is Penn doing with their old man?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. They're rebuilding everything, dude. Just take the ones you're tearing out right now. Like, it's like, can you imagine he calls that guy and he's like, didn't I just give you 20 million? Like that, yeah. For some reason, I thought it was funny. Like, you know, they made this big deal about like rebuilding everything and whole new facilities, and we got $20 million.
Like, it's an odd thing to like put out in the public, like in the public square. Hey, can anyone donate us a mat?
Right. There aren't
plenty of like. There's plenty of places with far less resources.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, there's like this guy's like really connected with like Beat the Streets Philly and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, hey, who might need a mat? You know, like this Ivy League school that just received like $20 million for their wrestling program, or I don't know. I just thought it was funny. Like,
well, their real big announcement, if you head over to mine, that's what they were making us wait like 2 weeks for.
Oh, this has been at least 2 weeks. It's been like a long time.
You're right. It's been like 2 months.
What do we got?
We got the Penn merch.
Oh.
We got everything.
Oh my goodness.
Not just like one shirt.
Right. You got handbags. Like,
we got handbags, scarves. They got a scarf.
Backpacks, headbands.
I don't know if you remember, but last year at NCAA's in Philadelphia, I went to the Penn bookstore.
Yeah, I remember.
I had to ask somebody, hey, do you guys have a wrestling shirt? And it was like in the back corner underneath, like,
yeah,
2 boxes.
It took you forever to find it. I remember. Like, I was like,
and then I wore it to the alumni event, and like half the guy that met were like, hey, I have that same shirt because it's the only Penn wrestling shirt that exists.
Oh, not anymore,
now
man.
they got everything.
Yeah, pop-up store.
Yeah.
Well, man,
I'm pretty sure this is what they were talking about when they said something big is coming.
This is the big drop. We are no longer limited to like one shirt. We got it all. Oh, all right. So the criteria thing came up.
What is it?
So this is from Mike T here, but well, if you're a criteria guy, I can't do anything but tell you that you are doing it wrong, and you're part of the reason folks ask why we can't grow our sport. That seems a little dramatic. And then he got in this whole, remember when Dake beat Taylor in OT for the NCAA title? I had 30 people over at my house for the first time wrestling fans. Turned out to be the last time. The most atrocious rule set to capture a casual fan. So forgetting like the whole Dake Taylor, did they actually go to overtime or like I think that was a anyway.
That is a really confusing. What?
Yeah, right. But I mean the gist of the argument is this idea that like OT is better than criteria.
Sure.
I don't really agree. I think it's better to always have somebody winning. I think that promotes more action.
Yeah.
I mean, folk style has that same problem with the riding time point.
Oh, the riding time point's worse, way worse.
Yeah, because randomly, like the ref said, 1 point. What do you get that for?
Right.
Explain that.
If there's anything in any sport, it's not just wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
I would say it's the worst rule in all sports combined. Because you have you're talking to someone who's never watched wrestling before.
Right.
And you're like, okay, if that guy does something that looks like nothing for 12 more seconds, then it really is 6-5. But if he does it for only 10 seconds, then it's actually 7-5. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
What the hell are we doing?
And so like, oh, that mat return was important because people are like, oh, mat return, did he just get another takedown? Oh no, he was already in control. Oh, that mat return was important because he maintained riding time. See that other clock over there? It's at 61 minute, and now he gets a point because yeah. So
maybe, unless something that looks like nothing happens for 7 more seconds,
right?
He doesn't get the point.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I like criteria. I mean, I just think that like, I mean, I was disappointed that the claw didn't go to overtime because they have the double over under sumo push out takedown rule inside the small square. And like, that's the thing about ideas, you don't know until you watch them, right? But at least I know what's not going to happen is it's not going to be 2 guys standing around for a minute and then 2 guys escaping and standing around for 30 seconds twice, and then 2 guys standing around for a minute, and then some weird coin flip determines like who wins a match based off riding time.
Yeah.
Like, so, I mean, if you wanted to say, all right, we're going to do like sudden death, but then like that gets bad too. Like, I mean, I just don't, yeah. I mean, overtime is never that exciting.
I opened this can of worms by telling you what I think about riding time, but get back to the best of social.
Yeah, all right. That's fine. So you're a jits guy, so I thought this was interesting. It was this is about grow the sport. Our guy Shingo Yadi, for being a wrestler, he's got a lot of time for tweeting, but anyone who wants to popularize wrestling should absolutely talk to someone involved in jiu-jitsu at least once. Even a parent would be fine. Jiu-jitsu has established systems that take root with everyone from its belt system to presentation, business model, competitions, and competitive culture. Wrestling is about 5 laps behind in that regard. So if it imitates that, I think the competitive culture would be at least improve from where it is now for real. I don't know what the Japanese symbol for real is.
For real, yeah.
But I guess the interesting thing to me was like I never really thought about like a belt system. Right.
Well, that's definitely yeah, people have been talking about how we need that in wrestling for a while. Definitely makes sense. Like Jax Forrest is going to go back to his high school team.
Yeah, as a fifth Dan black belt.
Great. Because then you just don't get these like terrible mismatches.
Yeah, I mean you would a little. So we have a little bit of that in like so kids wrestle amateur for like 5 years when they're young.
Right.
Because it just allows them to like smash new kids. And there's not, but that's really the only belts they have, like white and black. So,
yeah,
not amateur, but novice. They go that novice division. Like kids hang out there a lot longer than they should.
Yeah,
but how would you do that? I mean, you can't. So how would you do that at like I mean, you really can't implement that in like a high school state tournament type of scenario, right? Like,
yeah. Yeah, that's the problem.
Because
Is
people
wrestling is
would,
so attached to schools.
yeah, because people would totally sandbag, right, to win their title and all that. So that's the trick. Is like you couldn't. It doesn't really apply to the school side of things. But I thought just, but it is an interesting model, and it certainly allows for like adult participation,
Right.
and things like that. So yeah, I thought that was interesting. And like, all right, and then a couple other ones. Let's see. Some of these were like Instagram, so I don't know how well they'll play. Oh, so this was a Willie rant. Um, but I thought it was like a good one. So it's basically there's a like RTCs are allowed to pay athletes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so you can bring a high schooler into your RTC, or like it's sort of like how like NIL now has to go through like a clearinghouse.
Right.
But if somebody was like an RTC athlete, then it would just be like a salary.
Right.
Sort of outside of like the, is you filming a commercial about a truck worth this amount of money or something like that.
Right. So the RTC can pay them.
Mm-hmm.
And what's the rant?
Well,
I think I
basically,
saw this, but I remember thinking it didn't make sense to me.
so, well, I mean, it skirts NIL or scholarship, or if you just like,
Yeah, I understand that.
I mean,
But what's the?
I think, well, not
what
all
is
schools
the
have
point?
RTCs, I think, is the,
Ah.
right? So I think that's the rant. What do you got here? Illinois Grudge. That's gonna be our RAF.
Yeah, this is the
Yeah.
RAF. Pumped when I saw that. The claw thing is just. Well, anyway, yeah, we already talked about that.
Mhm.
But the claw thing, their social media looks great. I gotta say though, I searched on X for claw wrestling.
Yeah.
And they don't really have a hashtag, and I didn't really find much, so I had to go to their social media.
Yeah. The
So still waiting for some like claw influencers, like step up and
that might be you. The so I thought like it was like right the day before the event, I posted a couple times on a couple of their posts like, okay, but where can I watch? Like they did finally like post back and gave me like a link, and like, but it was like so I thought that was the one thing that they like up to the event they could have like really blasted out the links, and then I hear like that the flow stream was all jacked up.
oh, if you have an option besides
Yeah.
flow, what
Here.
are you doing?
Should I?
There was a free,
Yeah.
better option.
You're right. Should I go to any other stream in the world or should I go to Flow? Okay. Yeah, they've been better, but yes, it's not a shock that the first time they ran with it, they had some mistakes.
Yeah.
The Drew Blogs, this guy, he just really wants to wrestle Muggsy. It's just so funny. He's just so complaining that like Muggsy should have been out there, and like, okay, well, that's
Right.
kind of like the pot calling the kettle black, like you're not probably getting on any RAF card either, and like you are, 897 followers behind him or whatever the case may be. But like, why don't you call out Gomez or you want to wrestle?
Sure.
And then the other thing was just Tom Brands. I don't know if I can get this audio to work or not. Let's see. Let me try it. Oh, I don't even want to try and redo it. Oh, unfortunately, you're not gonna be able to see it. You're not gonna be able to hear it. But he was talking about like, it's not just about doing your best. Some days you got to come in and do better than your best. Your best is a ceiling. We don't define a ceiling. So I never, every time in the interviews, he's always like, we're getting better, getting better, getting better. And now I understand.
Yeah.
Better is better than your best. And he had a great press conference today. I don't know if any of you guys saw it out there. I reposted it, but I watched it live, so it was good stuff. He was on fire. He loves his guys. That's for sure. All right, you got anything else for me?
No, that's it.
What are you doing? All-Star Classic?
This Saturday?
Yeah, you want to watch that together or plans? Do you know?
What time does it start?
I think 7 for the.
It said on our slide 7 Eastern, so
yeah,
4 my time.
6 for the girls or the women. In the.
It says right on the thing 7 Eastern. Okay. I might miss like the first 10-15 minutes, but I'm down to watch.
All right, I'll let you know, and then I think that's it. Thank you everyone for watching. Sorry about the technical glitches. I think that was all Twitter's fault, X's fault, because everything is running smooth as butter now. So
shadow banned by Musk.
Shadow ban. That's right. Somebody, what did we say? What did we do?
Right.
All right, take us out, Roy.
We'll just keep towing the line in everything we do. So you toe the line in everything you do.
Right on, QuadR out.